IMI Radio.
Now there's your chance, do the dance, do the hump. Do the hump, the hump. I do the hump, the hump.
What's up, Warsaw? How you doing? Welcome to Beats, Times, and what the hell? Beats, Rhymes, and Current Times. I'm your co-host, Carter.
Stevenson.
DJ. How's everyone doing?
We doing. It's got hot again. Like, the weather doesn't know what it wants to do, but I'm glad it's warm.
Time for the sundresses and the bikinis.
Oh, yeah.
The biddies are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no leg is gonna be showing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm this is a good time to be in Warsaw in Poland. I'm just saying.
Keep your hands warm to put the suntan lotion.
Oh, yeah. Remember what was it? Sandlot. Oiling and lotioning and oiling.
Oh my God!
What's her name? Wendy Comfort. What her name was? You know that?
I'm trying to remember too. It's been ages.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
it's been
Sandlot.
ages since I saw
You're killing
it.
me, Smalls. You're killing me. So, for those of you who don't know, we played the song "The Humpty Dance" by the Digital Underground. Shock G just died about a week ago now.
Yeah,
something like that.
Roughly within a week.
About a week, yeah. They're dropping off like flies, man. Dropping off like flies. We didn't even talk about Black Rob last week, who passed away.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. He looked like Black Rob. I'm saying color is Black Rob. But like Black Rob passed away, and then DMX was the week before then, and then now Shock G. It's just I don't know what's going on. The Grim Reaper just getting rid of 90s rappers or what?
It seems to be the thing. He started a few years ago and now trying to keep going.
Right. Well, one of the things a lot of people don't know, why Shock G, why the Digital Underground, why play them? One, we're kind of a hip-hop, cultural-based show, among other things, all things black. But one of the other things is that the Digital Underground played a very instrumental role in presenting one of the key figures of hip-hop, which is Tupac Shakur. A lot of people don't know that. He was like a member of the Digital Underground.
Yeah, he was a background dancer for him for a bit. Yep. Then he said, hey, I got some words to spit online. So he jumped on the mic and everybody was like, hey, that's real cool. You should do more of that, Tupac. And so he continued, changed the world.
So we'll read what The Guardian had to say about Shock G. Shock G, co-founder of hip-hop group Digital Underground, dies age 57. This is according to The Guardian. U.S. rapper Shock G, who as co-founder of Digital Underground was one of the most colorful figures in the early hip-hop scene, has died age 57. According to TMZ, he was found in a hotel room in Tampa, Florida, though no cause of death has yet been ascertained. His co-founder, Chopmaster Jay, wrote on Instagram, 34 years ago, almost to the day, we had a wild idea. We can be a hip-hop band and take on the world through it all. Long live Shock G, a.k.a. Humpty Hump. Rest in peace, my brother. Shock G was born Greg Jacobs in 1963 in New York. While he returned after a childhood spell in Tampa to attend high school, he learned to be a DJ amid the city's nascent hip-hop scene. On returning to Florida, having also learned piano, he shuttled between solo gigs and groups as a young man. His next move was to California, eventually settling in Oakland, where he formed Digital Underground, in with his Florida collaborator DJ Kenny K, Kenneth Walters, and producer and drummer Chopmaster J, Jimmy Wright Jr. What a last name, Dwight. Never heard that name before. They scored a minor early hit with Do What You Like in 1989 after signing with Tommy Boy Records. The group had their biggest hit in the following year, The Humpty Dance, with Jacobs going by Iscavius, Hilarious, Nasal Alter Ego, Humpty Hump, pronounced with an umpty, making raunchy sexual promises amid lured food metaphors. It reached number 11 on the U.S. single charts among the album Sex Packets, reaching number 24. So there we go. Rest in peace to Shock G. And for those fans around the world that also bump out to the Humpty Dance, we do often at our parties when we hang out. So it was very funny, actually ironic, because I think it was the last broadcast we mentioned Shock G.
Yeah.
And then like the next day he died.
Yeah.
So we got to mentioning rappers that we like.
We gotta mention some ones that are kind of lame.
Yeah. Tekashi 6ix9ine. My eyes on you. I'm looking at you, fool.
Say it 3 times in the mirror. Like
Candyman.
Yeah.
Candyman,
Yeah.
me this croak's dead.
One of the funniest things about Shock G and Humpty Hump is a lot of people did not know it was the same guy. He managed to pull off such a clever ruse on stage in the music videos, a shtick, and he, you know, sometimes it's a body double, sometimes it's just camera tricks. I mean, he really had a whole different person up there.
Yeah, a whole different persona.
Yes. And I failed to find it, but Humpty Hump had his own biography, like his own actual name and his whole backstory.
Where you from?
It's similar to Gorillaz, the band, how those animated characters that are playing the instruments in the videos, they have their own backstory and all that. Humpty Hump was pretty much the originator of that. I mean, Shock G was the originator of that.
Yeah, I can't think of any other kind of hip hop band that had that kind of alter ego like that.
No, I mean,
other than MF Doom, but he didn't go between.
Yeah, he was
egos.
always.
Well, he started off as a regular rapper.
I say always, but yeah.
And then he became MF Doom and just stayed in character,
more or less. I mean,
how about George Clinton?
Yeah, but
Dog.
Yeah,
he did have a persona.
Oh, the Atomic Dog.
Yeah, but I'm talking about within hip hop specifically. Within hip hop specifically, like it didn't really happen, you know, like that.
Yeah, not necessarily. Like, so Doom, he had these different names. Well, okay, so he did also have that Metal Fingers that even Ghostface didn't realize was Doom himself.
Right.
But that's producing versus straight rapping as different people.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like even obviously a lot of Wu-Tang, they all have these different AKAs.
True.
Stark, but they don't have like personas that go with it. They
not
don't rap
necessarily.
in a different voice. They don't have a different, you know, like Shock G raps literally different than Humpty.
Yeah. He talk like this. You see him. He had the Groucho Marx glasses with that nose, and he had the silly hats and
the coonskin cap. And
The nose always had different colors sometimes. Like one time it's just straight brown, one time it's black and white. I mean, it was a bunch of different little things he did.
He walked different. He had a whole So, but
do you think he created a sex position called the Humpty?
Humpty, well, there's Humpty Dumpty.
Well,
so he's the first. And apparently he sat on the wall. Whatever he was doing.
I think the wall was what he called Fat Girl in that song.
Maybe. But Humpty Dumpty was a freak. He had all the king's horses, all the king's men involved. He was a freak. But yeah, I mean, I was saddened to hear it. But again, like another kind of not like, you know, Digital Underground weren't one of the pioneers of hip hop, but definitely were pioneers of kind of like a new West Coast sound that was prior to kind of the kind of like the G-Funk sound. You know, it was a precursor to that, you know. And so that was sort of interesting, which it only lasted like a couple of years, and then Digital Underground kind of fell off once you had Dre, the G-Funk sound, and that whole thing. So then people thought that's West Coast. Well,
it was before.
It was before. And Oakland had a different sound before because you had Too Short was from Oakland, right? And so he's about Pimp.
P-I-M-P.
Yeah. And that whole thing had a different, you know.
DJ Quick was after, right?
Yes.
DJ Quick, it was after. And he had a whole kind of, you know. So, you know, the West Coast sounds were just as diverse as East Coast sounds and other sort of regional sounds as well. So
some people didn't want to acknowledge that during the time.
Who didn't?
East Coast folks, they didn't really want to acknowledge the West Coast for a while, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, true.
I was representing the West Side because I was from the West Side of my town.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's right next to Atlantic Ocean.
Oh my God! Right?
Fucking hell.
I was busy doing that third coast.
I was throwing up the dub. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was like this all the way.
I was on the Pac side.
Oh no. That's why even to this day, like I respect Pac, but I was like, he talked so much shit back then. He was like, he was a traitor to his coast. He's born in New York, just totally was shitting on New York. York, say all this shit about, Mobb Deep, whatever, who were like, huge at the time.
East Coast ain't got no love for
And
Snoop
people,
Dogg.
and people wonder why Pac died. Like, he was going to catch a bullet, like the way he was going, like,
Well, he caught a few.
Yeah. I mean, he did. He did before he got dead, right? Yeah. So
Before we move on,
Yeah.
I have to. I want to introduce everybody how Shock G Humpty Hump managed to introduce the world to Tupac. And so what we have here is Same Song by Digital Underground.
welcome back to Beats, Rhymes, and Current Times. That was Digital Underground
Yeah.
with Same Song. You can hear a young Tupac doing his thing in there. So welcome to the show. Those of you who don't know us, I'm Carter.
And I'm Stevenson.
I'm DJ.
So yeah, here we all Count Chocula, Light Skin Bandit, and the Haitian Sensation all in one room.
You got that right.
Yeah. Together we form Voltron. So
Yeah, and fingering everybody.
next up, we're gonna talk about. So we missed Oscar talk. Okay, all right. So we're gonna talk about the Oscars. But why we're gonna talk about the Oscars is because we had some great black moments, some great moments of black excellence, which we were quite proud of, and we talked about. Actually, it coincides with a former topic that we were previously talking about, which is Judas and the Black Messiah. Daniel Kaluuya actually won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for Judas and the Black Messiah. So
Supporting actor?
supporting, not the
He
wasn't
the lead.
He wasn't the lead because Lakeith also was a huge role in that. As well.
True.
So
It did start with
double-
him. It was,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So just to read a little bit about that for those of you who don't know, according to The Guardian, the British actor has won the Academy Award for his portrayal of Black Panther's chairman Fred Hampton. Daniel Kaluuya has won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in Judas and the Black Messiah at the Academy Awards in Los Angeles. Kaluuya, 32, a British actor who rose to international fame after a starring role in Jordan Peele's Get Out, was favorite for the prize, having won in the same category at a slew of preceding awards, including the Golden Globes and the BAFTAs. In a wide-ranging, effervescent acceptance speech, Kaluuya started off by thanking God. I can't be here without your guidance and protection. Before acknowledging his mother, you gave me your factory settings and offering his praise for the man he played. Fred Hampton, what a man. How blessed we are that we live in a lifetime where he existed. When they played Divide and Conquer, we say unite and ascend. So, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Chairman Fred. Let's talk a little bit about Daniel Kaluuya, more importantly, and how he won the Best Supporting Actor.
There was a picture of Daniel hugging Fred Hampton Jr. when he won.
Nice.
That was nice. Whenever Daniel was doing interviews, he always said Chairman Fred Hampton. He always made sure people respect that title,
Yeah.
It's a big thing. It really is. The fact that he managed to portray Chairman Fred Hampton so well, and the whole subject matter of the movie. And I actually like the point that they were going from Wallace, the FBI informant's perspective
Right.
mostly. And so yeah, I see why it's supporting, even though they're both right there, dead center on the
Right.
posters, and it's more him sometimes. Lakeith played it good,
Yeah.
Wallace, and it was good for Daniel to play off of him, I guess you could say, and just really.
He had a great acting partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like for lack of a better word, he really humanized Chairman Fred Hampton
Right.
for him.
Yeah.
And by that, black folks, we already know more or less with Chairman Fred. We didn't need him to be humanized. Right. It was other folks who grew up raised to think that Black Panthers were basically a terrorist organization, all that. Mm-hmm. They needed this. This was it was as much for them as it is for us, you know.
Well, you hear propaganda one way or the other.
Yes.
And but this, like you said, as we said at the time when we reviewed this movie and we talked about it, is that it brought to light different parts of Fred Hampton's life for which I wasn't privy of. I knew some of it, but I wasn't aware of all of it. Mm-hmm. And so it definitely, like you said, humanized him. So, but that was the one interesting thing that happened. Really, props up to him and big up to Daniel Kaluuya.
#Black Excellence.
Black
He did
excellence.
talk about his mom having sex.
Say what?
He did talk about his parents having sex to make him.
Yeah, that was which he regrets saying. He said, He said something like that. I actually, okay, so let me read the rest. He says, Kaluuya closed up by urging everyone to celebrate life before pointing out to embarrassed laughter from his family. Mom and dad, they had sex. It's amazing. I'm here. Which is kind of true. Right?
I missed that.
Yeah. He said that. So there was a lot of funny things that happened at the Oscars. Another funny thing for which happened. Well, first let's talk about the wins. I guess, Jamie, you're telling me that Jamie Foxx won for an animated thing as well?
Soul,
okay.
It was a Disney Pixar movie. Soul.
Okay.
It was really good, really soulful movie. I had to do it. I'm sorry. No. So, just giving a rough view for those who aren't aware. Soul has the main character voiced by Jamie Foxx. He lands the gig of a lifetime. He's a New York jazz pianist, and he suddenly finds himself trapped in a strange world between Earth and the afterlife. And he's trying to figure out like what makes him who he is, in the sense of like what lights his soul on fire to become the best in something, right? More or less, that's what it is.
So Soul won for best animated film.
Yes,
so that's what it ended up winning for. So and Jamie Foxx, his character was the lead character. So just to read a little bit about that, according to People.com, Jamie Foxx's hit animated film Soul has nabbed an Academy Award. The Pixar animation studio film won the Oscar for Best Animated Film at Sunday night's awards ceremony, beating out fellow nominees Onward, Over the Moon, A Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon, and Wolfwalkers. This film started as a love letter to jazz, but we had no idea how jazz would teach us about life. Director Pete Docter said, "We don't get control what happens, but we can, like a jazz musician, turn whatever happens into something of value and something of beauty." So fantastic. So our main character, Joe, is a music teacher. So we'd like to thank music teachers and art teachers everywhere. He concluded, "You make the world a better place. My wish tonight is that we can follow the examples of jazz musicians, that wherever we are, whatever we have, we turn it into something beautiful." So there we go.
And speaking of the music, it also won Best Achievement in Musical Written for Motion Pictures. You know, its original score. This was by the gentleman of John Baptiste, along with Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross. Yes.
Trent Reznor?
Yeah.
Of Nine Inch Nails? He's doing something about jazz?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was an interesting combination. But yeah, they won this. And John Baptiste was someone I've been accidentally following for a couple of years now, because every now and again I would watch Stephen Colbert's late night show, and you see John Baptiste just playing on those keys. And I started to look more into him. I see he's been getting and was involved in a few musical scores, and Soul is one of them.
Okay.
And so, you know, with the jazzy stuff, you can pretty much blame him for that.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
One other factor the barbershop scene. Have you guys seen this movie?
No.
No.
You should see it, especially for the barbershop scene. Like, the animators were really good with the texture of the hair and everything. It's like how people talk about Black Spider-Man in the recent games. Like, they really went into details with the texture of the hair. Like, they cared about it.
So it wasn't nappy?
No, it wasn't nappy. It was straight up, like, got a fade and everything, right?
So glow.
But yeah, like just the barbershop scene itself, like the whole atmosphere around it was really accurate, and it shows like, oh, we clearly had some black people behind the scenes working on this. And so that was, more #Black excellence. You're really putting the little touches here and there that maybe other people wouldn't necessarily notice if it was missing.
How about Afro Sheen?
Afro Sheen.
You know Afro Sheen?
You're talking about the orange.
I had that.
I used to have the waves, so that was the
I used to use the pink stuff.
Yeah, I had the pink stuff, mostly to sleep in. Yeah, but if I'm going out, if I'm stepping out, I'm using that Afro shit.
I was pink stuff. I put the waves in. Make you seasick, baby.
He tried to go to school keeping your do-rag on until 8 o'clock, time for the weigh check.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be brushing my hair.
Right?
Yeah, brushing my hair.
Just doing it all day, just randomly. Yeah, so blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like you see me with the comb when I had my beard. By the way, everybody, I shaved.
Yeah.
Random conversation.
He circumcised his face.
Yeah.
No more Bin Laden over here. But yeah, you see me with that comb. Like I would just talk to you and randomly pull it out of my pocket and just comb my hair. Like it's
Get
just
the
a
naps
habit.
out, but also get the naps out. Nothing worse than a nappy beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I also want to mention some of, we could talk about the people who won, right, in terms of the categories, but we had some people nominated who did not win. Viola Davis was actually not in the Best Actress category, was nominated for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. She didn't win. Frances McDormand won. Who else black was nominated?
Chadwick.
Oh, Chadwick Boseman, of course, was nominated, didn't win. Lost to
Anthony Hopkins.
Lost to, Hannibal Lecter.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Lost to, Lakeith Stanfield was also nominated in the Best Supporting Actor. Yeah, so obviously, lost to Daniel Kaluuya, but nice to,
It's nice that we were up against each other.
Exactly. Soul won, as we said before, which was nice to hear. And Five Bloods was actually nominated for Best Score.
How?
The Five Bloods was.
I know, but how? That movie sucked.
I liked it.
Well,
I hate
the music.
Really?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
You haven't seen it?
I think it was weird.
Yeah, Spike Lee could have done better.
Yeah, I expected more, but I liked it. It was like a Netflix movie, so I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, something to get around.
Yeah.
Do we lower our standards for Netflix?
I do. Did you watch The Irishman? Lord, yeah.
Yeah, that was a disappointment too.
I didn't like, a lot of people liked Trial of the Chicago 7. I didn't like that film.
I like that one.
I don't like Aaron Sorkin. I think he doesn't write like how real people speak. He has these like Sorkin-esque dialogues and stuff. And I'm just like black people don't talk like that. Like,
but it was being witty.
There thou talking. I'm like, niggas say thou.
Like you don't even get that dialogue in Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
He's got like Abby Hoffman, or what his name is. Like he was a radical at the time. Like it's just like I'd never been and it's funny. I didn't even know it was Aaron Sorkin. I didn't realize until I watched the film. I didn't even bias it because of that. Wasn't biased as of that reason. And then I'm like, I should have liked this movie more, and why didn't I? And then like I was looking, I'm like, oh, Aaron Sorkin. I was like, I had problems with the dialogue and stuff like that. There were a couple times it made me, things made me laugh, but
it was witty.
I just wasn't a huge fan. But back to the Netflix, it was a Netflix movie to me, so therefore I it was
different
pandemic,
standards.
Netflix, I was fine with it. Yeah.
So were you on that Tiger King hype last year?
I watched
Oh,
it.
you got that right.
Yeah. That was the weirdest thing. The most random thing I watched.
I saw Tiger.
What was that chick that he was what was that chick that he was wanted to kill? Karen?
No, Carol Baskin.
Yeah, Carol.
Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin. Yeah. Oh my God.
That was the one thing that united the world.
Yeah. Is that guy? Did he get out of prison or is he still in prison?
He wanted a pardon from Trump, but he never got it.
Oh.
Actually, it's funny because that idiot had a limo because he thought Trump was gonna pardon him in his last day. So he had a big old SUV limo waiting for him.
Really?
For a big party. Like he hired a hairdresser and all that good stuff.
Oh man.
No pardon.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Man.
Hope he's got his butthole tight.
Well, he's into that. Like, dude, he's gay, right?
Yeah, but,
Yeah. So he's happy in prison. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it depends if
Like
it's
a pig and poop. Yeah. He's fine. Yeah. It'd be like me being like, Carter, for your punishment, you're going to be sequestered for the rest of your life in the Playboy Mansion. God damn it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Did you ever see that old Futurama episode? You had these gigantic women, and they have capital punishment. And it said, you're punished to death by snoo snoo. And people are like, what is snoo snoo? And they show Bones is tied up, and it has a broken pelvis. They're like, oh, okay.
So
putting in that work.
yeah. Yo, that was a weird thing I watched. So Netflix, it's during this pandemic time, I've watched a lot of weird stuff. I watched something weird the other day with Adam Driver, Bill Murray. It's like a zombie flick. It was awful. It was by Jim Jarmusch, the director Jim Jarmusch. Not a great film. Anyways, we digress. We're staying on the subject of kind of black excellence, and we wanted to talk about the other news that was big news actually this week. We found out there is a new Captain America.
Yep.
And that's Anthony Mackie.
Wait, that's the Superman theme.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that was
Captain America doesn't have a theme.
that was decided since the last Avenger.
You never know.
True. Spoiler alert.
The man. Hey, we were supposed to get 40 acres and a mule too. We didn't get that shit. All right. Yeah.
As Macklemore said, now they stole our 16 bars.
Yeah, exactly. So I would not put it past them to, Indian give.
Yeah. Spoiler alert to everybody. We have a black Captain America now in the Marvel universe. And they confirmed they're going to do a 4th movie.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Captain America was never one of my favorite superheroes.
But the fact that you have a black guy actually taking on the moniker of Captain America and this troubled times that we live is a big deal.
And he has no powers.
Yeah, he's not even a super soldier.
Nope.
Can you give the brother the serum?
Right?
Yeah, because it's Falcon, so he's just gonna fly. I saw the suit. He's just gonna fly around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made out of Wakanda vibranium, but not his face. Not the top of his head. I mean,
he don't got super speed.
Right?
Cap was like running laps around him last time.
Oh man, seriously.
So can we give the brother some super soldier serum, please? Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they give the other guy the super soldier serum?
Well, he kind of took it.
Yeah.
It wasn't really people would say, "Hey, here you go, buddy."
Well, can we give the brother some?
Yeah.
They're just afraid that he'll be extra endowed with that super serum. That's what they don't want. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how people reacted with Luke Cage, bulletproof black man in Harlem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they're gonna keep a close eye on this one.
Yeah. I think we'll get one movie.
But speaking of that, in upcoming Avengers projects, eventually, do you think that he will basically be leader or co-leader or whatever?
Well, he should be. That's why Captain America.
Well, Captain America's
he's the captain.
Yeah, the leader of the Avengers, basically.
Yeah.
Tony Stark is dead, isn't he? Or is he living?
Spoiler alert.
Now,
if you hadn't seen the Avengers by now, wake up, people.
Oh, he did.
No, he did, but I think they're gonna bring him back. They're gonna have to, because
What are they gonna do? Have a seance?
I feel like more, I don't know, flashbacks or like AI or something, like not full out, but
like
advisory or something.
Back, like
exactly.
Something like that, maybe.
Like Jor-El in
Superman.
Yeah. You know?
Ooh, kind of a deep cut. I don't know what our age demographic is,
but like in the recent
I
Man.
know.
Yeah,
that one. Yeah.
Not Marlon Brando. He been dead than a motherfucker.
I thought you meant that one.
I mean Russell Crowe. I mean, I lived with both. Obviously. Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that.
Yeah, well, probably our age demographic hits both as well.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So,
both ways.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's excellent. I mean, I'm not a huge Captain. I'm like Stevenson, but it's the image thing, right? It's like a young black kid can be like, yo, like there's a black guy could be Captain America.
And he's flying around and throwing the shield, hurting people.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Ain't got the super serum, but but we'll take what we can get. Yeah. So next up, we have a holiday season coming up soon.
Yeah.
Both continents.
On both continents. Now, in Poland, we have Majowka.
You got that right.
Which is like, what, about 4-day holiday usually? Something like that. Which I've been living here for longer than I should, and I still don't know what Majowka is about.
Me too. I just get drunk and eat.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Or go somewhere,
But technically, it's like the opening season for the summer. Like
but there's actual...
something.
Specifically.
I think it's like some
Socialist Day or something. Or,
Could be.
Socialist Day.
I don't know. Like Workers' Day or something like that.
Here,
Well,
I'm gonna
could be,
help.
I don't know.
I'm gonna help the Black American image in this country by saying I know what they are.
What is it? What is it?
One of them is Constitution Day, one of them's Labor Day, and then there's also a Flag Day.
Nerd.
But it's not on Majowka.
Huh? It's all of it. It's all.
Oh, all of them on Majowka?
Yeah. The whole May 1st is one day, May 2nd, May 3rd, like that.
okay.
May 1st, I want to say, is European Labor Day. And then May
Workers' Day, which is a socialist, was basically.
that's why the
yeah. It was a joke.
Good thing for socialism.
Yeah.
Yes.
4-day vacation.
Because we celebrate, our Labor Days in September.
Yeah. And we have, our kickoff for the summer is Memorial Day at the end of May.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But a lot of the countries like, yeah, we can finally barbecue. Texans are like, psh, we've been doing that since February.
Yeah. Not everyone has your weather.
In Texas.
Yeah.
So there's that. But we have our own thing, which it's called, it's not really it's weird because it is technically a Mexican holiday, but I guess I was
America
reading
took
that
it like always.
Mexicans really don't celebrate it.
Yeah, they don't.
And it's Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't speak Spanish, that's the 5th of May.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say yeehaw.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
I thought it was Mexico.
You know who said yeehaw? Davy Crockett at the Alamo right before they put a saber in his heart. Davy Crockett. We got them, man.
And what was he from Kentucky? But fought for Texas.
Fought for the Alamo.
Yeah, for the Alamo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that where you guys ever seen Daniel Boone? You guys remember that show?
Daniel Boone had nothing to do with the Alamo, doesn't he?
No,
David-
but it doesn't. But they kind of took it from David Crockett because he had that fucking
The
hat.
David
hat.
Crockett, and both people were real people, though.
I know, but I'm talking about the TV show. Oh yeah, because Daniel Boone. Never mind.
Yeah.
Fart. Yeah.
They're both real people. Daniel Boone was a explorer, whatever.
Yeah.
But they had a TV show.
Frontiersman. David Crockett was a frontier. They had Daniel Boone TV show too.
Yeah. No, they had a Daniel Boone TV show. But
Yes, I'm saying, and a David Crockett.
Oh, I didn't
TV
see
show.
the David Crockett TV show.
That's the one I grew up listening.
Oh.
David Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier. Yeah,
And he died.
yeah. At the Alamo. Yeah.
All right. So
anyways.
let's get ourselves in a little Mexicana mood. All right. We're gonna play some Desperado.
Yeah.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Mexico.
Did you really just say cabrones?
Yeah, exactly.
The mic's on?
Yes.
Eat
Okay,
some
all right.
tequila. Eat
So,
some tacos.
okay, so we're going to explain something to you folks real quickly, is that we're having technical difficulties. So all the broadcasts where you keep telling Stevenson that you
Yeah.
can't hear him, one, yes, maybe because he mumbles, but the other reason is his microphone, because I'm actually using his microphone today, and so if I'm a little bit out of sorts, it's just because I'm using his microphone. So it's a microphone, it's a technical issue.
So get off my case,
To get
goddammit.
off his case, yeah. So we switched microphones to see for sure if it was either him or if it was just a microphone. And now we know for sure it's a microphone. And the board's not working as well today. So this show's a bit disjointed. We didn't do everything we wanted. We're going to finish a bit sooner than we wanted today because they want to reboot the whole system and whatever. So thank you for bearing with us. We'll come back next week for sure. And have a great show. It'll be even better show. So we're going to be ending probably around, I would say, 2:50ish.
Yes.
Yeah, about 2:50.
And also, there's another PSA since it's the upcoming Cinco de Mayo.
What?
If you're gonna be with a Mexican woman, you gotta wear rubber because they multiply.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm definitely not going to do that, dude.
You touch them.
What I
to
mean
get
is wear
pregnant.
rubber. It's good time for that shit. I'm old, man. By the time I get the feeling, I gotta go with it.
Raw dog assassin.
Yeah. Okay. So, thank you for that tidbit of information. Sensation.
Yes.
Mexican women are hot-blooded.
True.
Lily, I know if you're listening, our friend of the show, Lily, who's Mexican, listening. I didn't say that.
Hey, but it's the truth. It's all that goddamn jalapenos and that red beans.
You're killing me today.
You are on one today, man.
Yeah. We're gonna get every essay. You know, man, I'm gonna go to Warsaw, man. I wanna go get these cabrones. Talking shit about our people and our women, huh?
You funny, man?
What is a good thing? They multiply. They have good womb to procreate.
He's just doubling down. You're in a hole, stop digging. Oh my gosh. I do not want some Mexican cartel to come after us.
And they'll find a way.
They will do it, yes. It's not like we're talking about the Nation of Islam.
Just informing the folks out there.
Yeah, like we're not fertile people. Like we're not.
Educating the masses, that's all.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so it's Cinco. What is Cinco de Mayo? What is Cinco de Mayo in America? How do we celebrate it? I'll tell you how we celebrate in America, which is probably quite appropriation of culture.
It is.
Just like, very much like St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. We drink a lot of beer, particularly a lot of Coronas.
Tequila, Dos Equis, Tecate, you know.
And tequila, and the
Tequila.
sombrero hat.
Yeah, which isn't racist.
And you have to have the mustache.
Yeah. And we're bandoleros.
Salt and lime
Yeah.
and everything.
And have a little figurine of, what's his name? Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just to complete the appropriation.
Yeah. We're upset because we're supposed to have a Cinco de Mayo party, but unfortunately, one of our associates of the low budget crew dropped the ball, and he can't have a party, so we have to come up with something. I was looking so forward to the food we're going to eat, but we're still. You see, I am the president of the low budget crew. I will figure out a way for us to get together and do something Mexican.
Just make sure to wear a rubber.
And eat some good food. I think Giles has a crock pot. So I was thinking about putting like a beef in a crock pot.
Make some chili.
Get some carne asada. Yeah.
Arriba.
And then do some some Mexican stuff, but they also do some Tex-Mex stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't cost a ton of money to do that. We all chip in. It can be
Find
done.
some tortillas.
And get a bottle of tequila.
I like some hard tacos. Some people I know it's not. That's
Where
Tex-Mex.
can you find those?
Oh, you can find them at the Carrefour, the International Store.
They got shit.
Yeah, man.
I've been on tortillas all this time.
No, they got the hard shit. They've been having them. Yeah.
I've been out of the game.
Yeah. That's why you have us. So to the people who have the low budget crew that are listening, we're still gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out this Cinco de Mayo thing. Also, we have Theo, the Vikings' birthday's coming up soon as well. So we're gonna move on to the next segment, which let's just start the music for that. Everyone should know this music. If you don't know, something wrong with you. Welcome back and welcome to Beats, Rhymes, and Current Times. For those who don't know that song, that's the song from Goodfellas, the theme, which is called Rags to Riches, which I think is sung by Johnny Vale.
Oh, I was going to say Tony Bennett.
Is it? Excuse me, Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
Tony Bennett. And why do we play that song? Well, I found an interesting article recently that supposedly there were supposed to be 8 actors considered for the roles in Goodfellas. 8 different actors. So can you imagine? We're going to name off these actors. We'll see the guys' reaction to these particular alternatives to the ones we know. So Tom Cruise, number 8. Tom Cruise, who's actually from Jersey, mind you. You don't know that.
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise was supposed to be Henry Hill.
Is
Really?
he like, he's way too short for that.
Yeah,
He's too short to play a leprechaun. All right. For the role of Henry Hill, Warner Brothers reportedly wanted Scorsese to cast Tom Cruise as Henry Hill, which he just came off Color of Money because Scorsese directed him in Color of Money, which was with Paul Newman, which was equals to The
but
Hustler.
it's two different characters.
Yeah.
I know, but they thought he was he was just coming
Oh,
off
because he's so hot right now.
he was
So
hot at the moment, and he came off Top Gun and Color of Money.
he's
and,
handsome. So
Yeah.
hot right now.
So there's that, right? We have to blow through these because I know we're finishing sooner. Al Pacino was supposed to play De Niro's character of Jimmy Conway, which is like, possible.
I mean,
But-
sometimes you can trade one for the other, and that.
But you want to hear Pacino's excuse? His excuse was he turned it down because he didn't want to be known as just playing a gangster role all the time.
Good
And you know
one,
what movie
buddy.
he went to go do instead? Dick Tracy. And played Big Boy Caprice. That worked out well for him.
That was a disappointment.
I like that film when I was 10. Yeah. Ellen Barkin, the great Ellen Barkin, was supposed to be Karen Hill, not what's her name, Lorraine Bracco. So she was not obviously cast for that role. And we have Sean Penn was also supposed to be potentially Henry Hill.
What?
Yeah.
Irish.
Sean Penn was one of the actors considered for the role of Henry Hill early in Goodfellas development. While Penn didn't clinch the role, he later appeared in such masterfully crafted films as Dead Man Walking, Mystic River. So, yeah, but he's also done his own, gangster films,
but-
Carlito's Way.
But
and
Sean Penn would not work because he's more like an Irish type, not Italian.
I don't know, whatever.
Like
He
Sean
would-
Penn
he's-
don't strike me he can do a good Italian. Like,
I don't really see it
I
either.
don't see it. Like,
No,
especially
like
with that fucking Irish nose.
More like Jewish
Yeah,
gangster kind of
exactly,
thing.
yeah.
He's got a
Yeah.
Jewish roots kind of thing, yeah. But okay. Matt, now listen to this one. John Malkovich as Jimmy Conway. John Malkovich.
That would have been funny.
He'd be like, Malkovich. That would have been awful. The next one was Nicolas Cage as Henry Hill.
Oh,
Could
Lord.
you imagine Nick Cage?
Really?
He should have
Henry
been.
Hill.
He should have been Joe Pesci's character.
A, B, C.
I amuse you. Funny how?
What in Zeus's butthole? That would have been awful. And he's a Coppola. His name is
Yeah,
Nicolas Coppola. He's
yeah.
actually Italian-American, yeah. Madonna as Karen Hill. Do we even need to comment on that?
She was in Dick Tracy instead,
Yeah,
right?
she was. Yeah, uh-huh.
Madonna couldn't play Henry Hill. Couldn't play, no, what's his name? What's the house on the cartoon that you would liked? Hill?
Oh, King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. She couldn't be a King of the Hill, yeah, let alone play, yeah. And then Alec Baldwin was supposed to be Henry Hill as well, which he's from Long Island, actually, and
Alec Baldwin.
I could
could've-
see it.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I
I could have
could
seen it.
see
Especially
that.
back then. He was
Back
skinnier.
then, he was,
yeah.
he
Because
was
it wasn't
skinnier.
long. What was that movie? He was like a salesman. He had that really good scene in that movie.
Larry Gunn Ross?
Or deals on the tables.
You're
closes
talking about
it.
when he was like a Wall Street guy?
Something like that. Like
I thought
he was explaining like how to close a deal
Correct, it
basically.
was the Wall Street. I forgot the name of that movie.
Yeah.
That was Glenn Rossi's in that film.
There's some I forgot the name. It's something they played in
Okay.
investment firms
Mm.
Okay.
to us, actually. It's a good scene.
Mm. Yeah.
Gotta get the shit done, motherfucker.
I'm all messed up. Okay, so anyways, but yeah, could you imagine those people in that, and some of those people, it just wouldn't work. It's a different movie.
Yeah.
Entirely.
It would almost borderline comedy with some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
I mean, and it is a funny movie, obviously.
True, but-
Joe Pesci. Funny how? Funny.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
funny, yeah.
But I mean, with those Tom Cruise and Nicolas Cage, it would be more of a comedy than
Yeah, for
not.
sure. For sure. Well, look, listen, folks. Like we said, we have technical difficulties today, so we're going to wrap up a little bit earlier than usual. But we
Womp,
thank you
womp,
for
womp.
your patience. We'll be back next week, though. Hopefully, get those technical difficulties all sorted out. But thank you for listening to Beats, Rhymes, and Current Times. I'm your co-host, Carter.
And I'm the only one, the Haitian sensation, Stevenson.
Light Skin Bandit DJ. Follow us on Instagram, Beats Rhymes 401, Facebook Beats Rhymes 401. We're on TV, on YouTube, YouTube TV. Beats Rhymes and Current Times. Thank you for listening. See you next Thursday.
Enjoy Majowka and Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Wear your rubbers.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ chào mừng ngày tốt lành.
معلوم wanaagsan.
Todo de bom.
Marhaba.
Bienvenidos.
Привет!
Witamy.
Вітаю вас!
Bonjour et bienvenue.
IMI Radio. IMI Radio. IMI Radio.